evening. It is Friday. I have a 3-day weekend. So I was supposed to go to the Nate Jackson comedy show this weekend. And it got sold out before if I had bought the tickets when I needed to buy the tickets. That's my bad for pushing it off and waiting. I could have bought them for the last time I got paid, but I did not. So with that, they even added another show because there was one tonight. I think at 7, like 9:45, and then there's one Saturday night, 7, 9:45, and there's one Sunday at 7. I was gonna go to the Sunday one at 7 because the Phoenix Film Festival just started, and it started last night, but I usually don't go to opening film. So I was like, okay, I can't go tonight. Saturday is iffy, me getting done and whatever, and then I don't like going to like the second show, because you gotta wait for people from the first show to leave and everything, and then, yeah, I'd rather not. I was supposed to shake that? I don't think I've been shaking it. So tonight is industry night, Phoenix Film Festival industry night. I think most people know I usually go to that. Basically, it's just a reunion to catch up with people I've worked with before, meet new people I may work with in the future. It's just pretty much just a family reunion of industry people. So even though I'm not working on anything, and I'm sure somebody's going to ask, what are you working on? I mean, I do have scripts that I need to finish this year. My other goal is to get distribution for the last film this year. Once I find how much that's going to cost. So that's where I'm going. Okay, so we put that on. And at first, I almost wasn't going to go, but I'm like, I like going to this. I would feel bad not going to this because I wouldn't feel bad, but I would miss people. I'd probably see them at another day, but some people, like I said, literally for sure, most people will be there today. Versus, I am going to use, I'll put this on my lap. I'm wearing black jeans. I was going to wear my blue jean skirt and that top because it's 80 something right now, but it will be, it's going to drop down to like 76 at least. But I don't want to get powder on my black clothes. I'm wearing a pink top. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be too dressed up or whatever. I don't need to wear a dress. And I think the other thing is, like, sometimes people, because you're a woman, if I wore a dress, they think, oh, you must be an actress. I'm like, no, I'm not. I just realized I have not chosen earrings yet. I had to pick my top before I could do that. So, okay, yeah, we'll work on that. I'll think about it. I say this now. So, I did not put sunscreen on because by the time I leave, that sun will be down. So, but I did put on moisturizer, that Clinique Moisture Surge, which I believe is on sale at Ulta right now. Whatever sale they're doing, it's another sale. I think they're just trying to compete with Sephora's 21 days of Sephora's, sale that they do every year. So, but yeah, it's on sale at Clinique. It's on sale at Ulta for sure. Probably is. Well, no. Yeah, they don't have to do that because Sephora's doing its family sale. But yeah, so I did buy some stuff from Ulta because their sale, because VIB doesn't start till Tuesday, which is the same day as the Bruno Mars concert. I'm not going to a Bruno Mars concert because those tickets are like $250. And I'm like, no, this is not Vegas, Bruno. This is not Vegas. So I won't be going to that. I bought another brush because the brush I use for my wigs is this one to tint my wigs, the lace. And I bought some more eyelash glue because you gotta replace it like every 3 months. So if I keep putting lashes on, it's gonna eventually expire in between. So this much left. Should get this at the Sephora sale. So the base stuff is the same, but I do have some new products otherwise. I hate when it get that little nodule. I'm like, I just used it. Well, I haven't used it recent, but I'm like, enough for it not to clog up like that. Okay. And the last time I said I was going to pat it in, push it in. And not do what I did before, which usually I just kind of smooth it out kind of thing. I don't know if this is going to help us so it doesn't feel like it. But I can see it mattifying right there. So, but yeah, so my vertigo was acting up and I'm like, I had to take a break. Sometimes I take my break, sometimes I don't. And so I was like, no, I need to. I'm like, I still have time to finish this job, and I did finish it maybe 25 minutes before it was due. And of course, the client was like, wanted another status on it. I was like, it's not that time yet. Did we ask for an extension? No, it's not that time yet. So why are you asking for this job? We're using, again, stuff we used before. I'm using Fenty. And so I was just like, I'm like, you don't even need to respond. I'm about to send it like literally less than 2 minutes. And that's why I keep the thing on the air that comes from wherever it be coming from. I'll take probably from shaking. I should put it clean. I need to keep that clean. So, I did finish it, but I was like, yeah. I'm like, hopefully I come back from lunch, because I was like, I told my supervisor, I'm like, I just need to lay down. I'm not feeling well, but I'm like, you can, leave if you need to. I'm like, no, I just need to lay down. And that did help. And I was gonna, close my eyes, whatever, but just laying there helped a lot. And I ended up getting up before I planned to. And so I just started putting my makeup out, because it's like, okay, if I don't move too much, I was fine. But those few minutes of laying down on the couch is definitely what I needed. And then I started, working on my eyebrows. I went and made some oatmeal, because I was like, I was out last night and I got food for dinner. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to finish it, so I could have something for today. And I didn't buy ramen that last time I was at Fry's, so I was like, okay. I do have this cup of ramen, whatever. I don't really like the cup of noodles as much. But yes, so I was like, I just had oatmeal, steel cut oatmeal that I have. So yeah, it's good base. And yeah, and decided what I was gonna wear. Because like I said, I went back and forth. I was like, no, I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to. And I was looking at pictures from years before, and I'm like, it's usually cooler this time of year. Because one year, I was like, had my petticoat on, or a pea jacket, pea navy, pea coat. I've had that forever. So I was like, okay, it's seasonably warm. So that's why I was like, okay, that top, it's good for cold spring. It's perfect for spring nights. Okay, new product number 1. The Morphe Cheek Thrills. This one is in shade Rio Carnival, deep. So I went to just try this one, or I think it was Fiji Island. And Fiji Island looked good. Looked okay without makeup, but I was like, I need to know what it was gonna. I need it to be deeper, so with makeup. So that's why I went this one, and I had lovely lady at Ulta. Actually, like, they were brand new. They hadn't been sitting out. Nobody had touched them. And so she helped me figure out which one will look best. They both look good, but the one I was like, you can't really. And the powder adds to it as well. Okay, so this is what a case looks like. So if you don't know about these, they come with a cream and a powder. And the cream is covered. So if you don't know, they're pretty much like Patrick Todd dupe. So that's what we're going to use for our contour bronzer. And I did wipe most of the product off on this, so let me do a swatch for y'all. Let's go. Okay. Okay, you see how you barely see that? But the thing is, you put them together, they'll look good. I'm not going to put them together yet. And so the cream in Fiji, that one, you couldn't really see anything. The powder on top of it definitely made a difference. So this is definitely going to be contourish. So I'm not going to go too hard because I'm looking at it. I don't remember being that dark in the store. I've seen that now. I don't remember being that dark in the store. So I'm going to pat it off my hand a little bit. And just right there, cheekbone. Okay, so don't go too crazy. And they do have a Morphe brush. I was like, that's on sale right now at Ulta. And I was like, I don't need another contour or another brush. I don't need another brush in general. But I did think about it. Of course, I can't see, so hopefully on camera. Okay. Mind you, like I said, when we set it, because like it's going on my hand when I pat it off, kind of dark. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna take some off my hand instead of keep going back. Okay. Okay. I didn't want to come down too far, so that's what I'm like, let's go up a little. To the hairline. Okay. So that's that one, because they go good together, is the Cheek Thrills blush. And this one is in Private Island. And we know I'm a blush girl, and you know I usually get some kind of bright pink kind of blush, whatever. This one's a little more, I would say springish, but it's called Private Island. It's more islandy. So, but it looks really good. So I'm like, okay. Like I said, the lady, she did good. Help me out. I let her pick this out. I didn't even look at other colors. I don't think I saw the bright pink color. There's a one, but it's also like the blushes I already have. So I was like, I'm glad I didn't see that one. I'm glad she picked the one that she thought would look good on my skin tone for me. She did a good job. So this is what the case looks like. So with this one, you get a cream, a highlighter, and a powder. So when you gotta cover again. Again, this is more like, they came out with these before the bronzers, so this is more like, I'd say, Patrick Star, one size. So let's swatch. So like that, highlighter. Mind you, they're going to be topped on top of each other. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to have to spray this to blend this out. And let's see. I think they got a brush, Morphe brush for this too, but we're using this one too. So we're gonna, this one I'm not worried about it being as pigmented. Again, it's more, I'm still gonna pat on my hand. Let's see. Okay, let's go into some more. Because this is, I would say almost a terracotta. There we go. So it's more, it's a cream, so it's gonna glow. So let's go in there a little bit more. Tap off my hand. Okay, mind you, we're going to set it. So yeah, I just put a little bit more because we're about to blend out this concealer. So I'm gonna get this one and then contour, kind of go up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do the other ones, of course, once I blend out this concealer. Let's go concealer. I'm seeing the powder on my, that's why I cover. Okay. Oh, I didn't do nose contour. I do have a nose brush. Okay. But yeah, so I'm trying to think about lashes. No, I bought lash glue, not lashes. I was looking at the lashes. Lash glue, the brush. Oh, and a face mask, Neutrogena, is what I got from Ulta, from the sale. The sale right now. I might want to get a toner that's 25% off with Bioma. I might get that. Basically, skincare. I need skincare because this weather changing. It's gonna change up your skin. Okay. Okay. This is how we're looking so far. And the eyeshadow is the Morphe palette. I'll show it when I do the under eye. Let's get back to this nose contour. I'm gonna go very light. I'm gonna pat off my hand because I haven't wiped it off yet. Okay. And then let's set the concealer. Oh, you know what? I didn't blend edges. Thank you. Y'all gotta remind me of these things. So, okay. Let's blend these edges. Because somebody on, I think it was on Instagram, was talking about how girlies learning from, makeup newbies learning from like TikTok and Instagram how to do makeup. You know, like my makeup look doesn't end up looking like that person. And she's mentioning how, because they're not showing the steps in between. And so that's why you gotta watch longer forms or watch tutorials where they show you those steps. And I'm like, those are all I watch. I may watch a reel or what have you and stuff like that, but I'm like, I watch a lot of tutorials so I can see those in-between steps, like telling you to blend the edges, things like that. And I'm glad me being, I just to say Gen X, in like longer form, not needing something in like 5 seconds. Is how I learned. So versus other generations that are like, I need it in like 10 seconds to learn everything. Like I may do a reel, you know, a real quick reel, because again, you got to capture people's attention, and they don't have long attention spans, certain generations. So that's why I'm like, I will cut one that's like 1:30 or one. I try to get it to one, so I don't have to do a different video for YouTube version. Okay. Again, it's like the blush is, it's very subtle, but you can see it once we set it. It's gonna be a whole other. Okay, let's do that now. And so the Phoenix, it starts at 6 and it goes till 11. I think it's till 11. I realized I didn't wipe my hand off, so let me not put my hand right there. Nope. But yeah, it goes to 10 or 11. I'm not sure. I forgot which one. I have been there to the end sometimes, but I don't. I was like, if I'm doing my makeup, I'm like, I gotta put in at least 2 hours. And the thing is, sometimes people are at movies or watching movies, and so you won't see them at industry night. They'll come afterwards, what have you. So if you get there at a good time, you'll see other people that you didn't see earlier, kind of thing. So I don't usually get there at 6. I try to get there like 6, 7:30 maybe. So, like one of my actors, like I didn't see him last year. Usually when I see him is there because years ago, talking about getting oysters, but us being a month of end with R, we haven't gone yet. Mind you, it's been at least 5 years. But the thing is, last time I saw him, he remembers. So he remembers we were supposed to, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think, that's one of those things that never make it out of the group chat. We don't even really text that often. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm going to end up having my first, you know, oysters with somebody else. Like fresh oysters. I've had smoked oysters as a child. I would eat them. I've never had like oyster Rockefeller or anything like that. The things that you see in like the cooking shows, Top Chef, the things like that. I've never had any of that. I'm gonna okay, that looks good. So now let's set the contour. I'm gonna rub my hand off real quick. Okay, so we're going to the brush, the powder. Not a lot of kickback. There's some, but not really. It's going into the brush. So I'm gonna, okay, see how much got hand. Yeah, a lot came off of my hand, but my hand is also kind of damp from wiping it off. Okay. So that's how the powder looks with the bronzer. Let me do my nose contour. I see how dark when I first placed it, so I needed to pat it off my hand again. So that's a little, I'm going to take setting powder. You know, let that sit there, and then hopefully you'll be fine. Actually, I didn't do that. I'm pushing it in, as you see. Okay. And then the blush, go on the powder. Okay, y'all see that? Some people like hit the thing. I like to move it in to the brush a little bit. See how pretty that is? Yes, I just went back in again. Okay, I'll leave that one out because it has the highlighter in it. I'm not gonna cut off my hand yet. And then let's set the rest of my face. So, told y'all last time I did makeup, I had all this powder on here, so I don't need to dip back into the container. Container's not even out. Whatever's on here is what is going on my face. It's a set. I'm gonna even it out on my hand now, because that's a lot. It's coming off on my hand, so that's definitely. There we go. And then, trying to think, you're supposed to put highlighter on after powders. I don't know if it's cream. I think so. I don't have one to set, so I don't know if I should have. Okay, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna try the highlighter now, and I don't have a highlighter brush, so we're using our fingers. It looks like this, so we're patting that off. It's a little here. It's usually right here. Right there. Right there, and I have not gone back in. I'm gonna take it off my hand instead of going back in. There we go. I haven't even sprayed yet, so now we're gonna spray. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about this one being too wet looking. I don't know how to shake it now. I'm gonna shake it. Where's my fan? Oh, my fan's right there. This one, we're gonna use the fan. My ears were wet. So that's why I was like, why are you still doing it? My ears are wet. I don't like my ears being wet. So I'm like, okay, it's not dry. If my ears are wet. Okay, I'm just moving stuff out of my way. Okay, so there's this sheen. And that's why I was like, okay, let's make sure let's get in there. Yeah, I'm gonna put some powder, and I'm going to push this in as well. But I'm going to put some powder first. T-zone. And then flip it still, even though it's not. I haven't been using a fan because of the Danessa. I like to let it naturally. I know hugs will be had, that's why I'm trying to make sure everything is set. So definitely people I'm like, I know I haven't seen in a while. Because I know one guy, filmmaker, his wife moved out of state. I know he's in town for the festival. I think his wife is coming later. Okay. And let me do under eye powder, and then we'll take the cape off. So we use this Morphe palette. Mind you, I have one that's called Famed Rose, something Rose. And if I knew I was going to go with the pink top, I probably would use that one because it's shades of pink. So the colors I used were this one, and that one. Yeah, those were the ones I used. Oh, and that one. It'll be in the description. So I'm just going under the little. Yeah, that's a lot that just came off. I realized I did not pick out an eyeliner also. Like, why choose an eyeliner? So. Eyeliner. Hold on. So I was like, I was like, I know I have an eyeliner, but I couldn't find my Stilo one. So I was like, even though that's on sale again. That reminded me doing the under eyes. So I was like, I have no liner on. Okay. That's the liner. What is in my hand? Oh, let's see what time it is. I said I'm not trying to get there. It looks kind of nice so far. So I'm doing lashes. That's why I was making sure I get liner on. So we're doing Kiss lashes, and these are the little black dress. I trimmed them while I was working on getting dressed. So let's put the glue on, and then I'll put the mascara on. Oh, I said I was gonna take off this. There's nothing to see. I'm just wearing my Cameo tank top from Old Navy, which if they have a sale right now. Basically, whenever they're like $4, whatever, that's when I get them. And I was like, I know I have a black one. I was like, so I have 2 white ones. I have at least 2 blue ones, and I was like, I swear I got like 2 black ones. I couldn't tighten it, so if you're like, why is it so loose? I couldn't tighten it. I think the mascara is on sale too. They didn't flee the travel size. I will look and put in if it's on sale. The one y'all know I like, that one. I haven't put lashes on in a while, so bear with me. What I do is I did put one on, and then to see how long it was so I could trim it. And then the other one I don't bother putting on. I just measure against the other one and just cut all willy-nilly. That's just how I am. So chin up, kind of down. You're looking down, but chin up. Use my fingers. That was actually pretty good. I've not gotten that good in a long time. Like that's right there. That's why I like the eyeliner, because then I have an area to head for. I didn't realize these were so fluffy. Like they're very fluffy. I like these because I keep buying them, but I don't want them in so long because I hate having to trim new ones, and so that's why I haven't bought them in a while. Okay, let's do the other one because there's the perfect amount of dry. So you get it real close to the band. If you can see that. And chin up, but look down. This one's still a little wet on one end. So I'm gonna use my finger so it doesn't get stuck on the thing. That's what I'm always nervous about, that because then I'll rip it off and you're like, damn it. Because the glue is still kind of wet. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'm gonna pinch on this side first. I'm gonna go like that. Again, it's still wet right there. I can feel it. You know what I realized I forgot to do? You should always go like that. And earlier I was like, let me remember to do that. Did I? I said I did not realize how fluffy these are. I did not mean to have them this fluffy. But here we are. Again, why they may think she's not a producer director. I'm like, this is what I do on the side. And also better helps me sympathize with my hair and makeup people. I'm not saying I wasn't sympathetic before. I definitely was. I was like, do what you need to do. I'd always be like, do what you need to do. You're a professional. I know you know how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, so you do what you need to do and you tell me. Somebody said make sure you sharpen, your pencil is sharpened before you start. And as you see, this one's not. So let me do that. They said the best is with it sharpened. Y'all saw me put on gloss. And I'm like, why is there glitter on my face? And then I was like, get the highlighter. Again, these are fluffy. These are fluffy. And I've worn them before, but I think it's because it's been so long. And because I can feel this one particularly. Usually after a while, I stop feeling them. So I'm waiting for that to kick in. That I don't feel it like I'm feeling it right now. We're going to go with the lip. So this is the Buxom Cosmetics. This is the full-on satin lipstick, and this I bought at Ipsy. You know, they have add-ons, and so this one was my add-on for like $2.99 or $3, something like that, $3.27, something like that. And I was like, I need an opportunity to wear it. This is that opportunity, and I was like, okay, plain everything else, and then even though we got this little, and then the lip. Again, these lashes weren't supposed to be like this. So it looks like this, I'm sorry. So I'm trying to move it around without going all the way to the end. Like that. I also had to dermaplane my eyebrows because my eyebrow hair right there. I was like, oh, nope. Let's clean that up. I've seen it, but I'm like, I can't, there's not enough powder for me to. I'm probably not going to put any more back on. They know I do a red lip, so I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm tempted to powder it and then put some more back on. Like, I don't know how hot it is going to be for me to leave that in the car. Just keeping off the teeth. Okay, so let's do earrings. I know it's a little more demure than I usually do, but said yeah. These seem demure, but we have all this going on, so we almost don't need this because we have all of this going on. Yeah. Just thinking, a friend of mine, his father passed away. The funeral's next week, and I'm like, it's a weekday. I'm like, ah. And I thought about canceling my day off, but I'm like, I need this day off. I really, after today, even I need this day off. Mom was hoping that he comes back to Phoenix. I don't even know how do you reach out and like, you know, grab coffee, whatever. But yeah, if I can't make it, I told my mother when it was. I'm like, if she goes, yeah, these are a little more. I like these. Okay, because these, even now I want to wear these and like don't be a bad bitch. I don't want to wear these. That's the decision. We can be a bad bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. I was ooh. No, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it. You really do say makeup, this makeup therapy, because like I said, like if I don't do my makeup, I'm like, okay, I'm going to feel better. So I was supposed to go out last night, and I'm like, I don't want to do makeup. My eyebrows will look on fleek and everything, but I could just put it on a lippy. But the clothes, because where it was at, I was like, I'm not doing that energy, and I don't want to do makeup for like an hour. I was gonna go. So I was like, okay. But tonight, yes. So tonight, I am off. Actually, I'm off to go to industry night. So this is my final look. Okay. It's a little like this. And I'll talk to y'all later.